Ethan Rowe watched in horror as HOA Vice President Cynthia Grover threw boiling water at his 10-year-old daughter Sophie, blistering her arm red, all because of an unauthorized rose bush. Standing there with her clipboard like it was a badge of power, Cynthia smugly declared, "You people never listen," as Sophie screamed in pain. But she'd just made the worst mistake of her life. That rose bush wasn't just any plant. It was the last thing Sophie had planted with her grandmother before she passed away. And more importantly, it sat 18 inches inside private property, not HOA land. What Cynthia didn't know was that Ethan wasn't just another terrified homeowner. He was the structural engineer who designed Willowbend's entire drainage system. Every sidewalk, every slope, every pipe. While Cynthia filed counter-complaints claiming she accidentally tripped, Ethan's wife Lauren, a property law attorney, began documenting everything. They discovered Cynthia had been embezzling HOA funds for years, paying herself $72,000 through a shell company, using emergency reserve funds meant for storm repairs to pay her personal lawyers, and even approving illegal drainage construction that flooded half the neighborhood. The terrified HOA treasurer Graham Lowe, shaking and guilt-ridden, finally cracked and handed over the deleted financial records showing Cynthia had been rewriting meeting minutes, backdating signatures, and threatening anyone who questioned her. When the State Insurance Bureau froze the HOA's accounts, Cynthia showed up at Ethan's house at 3 a.m., desperately transferring funds in real time, while Lauren captured screenshots and sent them straight to investigators. The courtroom erupted when Angela Perez announced the charges: financial misconduct, breach of fiduciary duty, fraud, and criminal assault. The court seized Cynthia's house as collateral for the stolen money. On moving day, the entire neighborhood gathered in silence as county vehicles blocked her driveway. Cynthia, wearing a gray sweater instead of her power blazers, looked around at faces she'd fined and humiliated for years, searching for loyalty that no longer existed. As she drove away for the last time, the street erupted in applause that rolled like thunder. Willowbend elected Lauren as the new board president, rewrote the bylaws to prevent abuse, and transformed the clubhouse from a tribunal into a community center. The rose bush that survived boiling water now blooms freely in their yard, a symbol that some roots are too strong to burn and some people too brave to silence.